Hey traders, welcome back. Today is Halloween. It is the 31st of October and just getting ready to start a new week of trading. Wanted to go through our sort of goals and setups for the week. This is obviously subject to change, but this is sort of the outline that we are looking at as we go into the next week of trading. Couple of things that I wanted to mention on our overall portfolio. Monday, tomorrow morning, obviously, is always a very, very busy day for us in the trading room. We're going to be looking, of course, at initiating another zero DTE. We were able to finish the week really, really strong last week with two different, we'll call them two. They were actually three different trades, but we'll call them two different zero DTEs. On Friday's trading a day, and we got one on the NDX, and we got a couple different legs on the SPX, and both of them ended up being roughly about 5% ROI on each one of them. And the NDX trade was a really easy peasy one at the end of the day. Kind of ended up a nice week for us, really. And so obviously Monday brings about another zero DTE opportunity. We do have our 4 data expiration trades, both of which we were able to book a nice profit on last week. We will try to reinitiate those here again on Monday on both the SPY and the Qs. And then in addition to those, we are going to look at potentially doing a Russell 2000 for DTE on Monday. Now, I don't know if we're at this point going to use the RUT, if we're going to use the ETF, or exactly how we're going to place that, but we are looking at doing a 4 DTE on the Russell. And there is a chance, just depending on what the numbers look like on Monday morning, that may actually end up being our go-to for DTE for the week. Might potentially replace our SPY and our Q trade. We'll just have to see what the numbers look like across the board on all of those. But one way or another, we'll be having a lot of activity there. Jumia is one of our wheel trades that we've been working here. It expires this coming Friday, and I do believe we have a nice opportunity. The chart still looks pretty good on it. In terms of setting it up as a wheel trade, let's get off of a 5-minute chart and look at a daily chart here. The chart still does look good, but I would obviously prefer to get in at a little bit lower price than what we have specified, which is 18. The stock's right now at 1747. And so we'll be rolling that down on Monday as well. Should be able to roll it down, out, and add a credit down to the 1750 level. So we'll be working on that. I'm continuing to carry my short ES position, and you see actually tonight, just a little bit ago, I did put a timestamp there in the trading room on the cover that I put in place there on that. Brought in just a little over $300. Again, my goal on my short position here is to bring in about $1,500 a week, roughly $6,000 a month of income. And so obviously bringing in a little over $300 of gross premium here for one day kind of keeps me on track, or at least gets me started in the right direction this week. So we do have that trade already up and working tonight in the after hours. Our Microsoft trade, we're going to probably look at rolling that once again here on Monday. And then we finally have a wheel trade that has been assigned to us. It's the Bed Bath & Beyond trade. Our net cost on this is about $14.45, somewhere in that range. And the stock's at $14 right now. I'm going to do a little separate video here tonight on my approach to cash flowing these wheel trades. It's a little bit of what I call a supercharged method to cash flowing this. And I do believe that we'll be able to get somewhere around a 7 to 8% cash flow potential on this on a monthly basis. So it should be pretty juicy premium wise. And I think that you'll like that when you see that. I'm also going to put a link up tonight to another training video just on our approach to the wheel trade. We call it the super wheel trade, and then follow that up with our actual position here, BBBY. and we'll take a look at how I am going to go ahead and cash flow this going forward. Again, a little bit different than what most people usually do in terms of maybe just placing a standard covered call against it. So those are the areas that we're going to be focusing on Monday. On Tuesday, I do have planned a roll and a adjustment for our Tesla position, and another enhancement to our coin trade. So I wanted to look at our coin position here for just a moment. Our coin trade was a Dragonfly trade, and that has made all the difference in the world on coin. As you know, coin has absolutely we had basically a Dragonfly trade. They look a little bit like an Iron Condor, but of course they are delta neutral trades, and it would have been lovely had coin stayed right in this channel of sort of resistance up here around 277 and support down here about 225. But it's obviously broken out along with Bitcoin. We were really saved in that trade because we set it up as a Dragonfly. If we look at the numbers here, we can go ahead and take a look at our history chart here in coin. I'm looking at our start date here on our current iteration of our coin trade of September 27th. Let's take a look at the numbers there. Okay, this it gets a little tricky here because I have to highlight all of these trades from our initiating point of September 27th up until last Friday, October 29th, and then I have to eliminate this selling of those 6 shares that I had and take that money out of the picture. That leaves us with a little bit more accurate number here of about $2,400 or so. Let's call it $2,400 in profits that we have booked on coin so far from September 27th. A good portion of that was from the inner protective call leg of the Dragonfly. So we're up about $2,400 on coin so far in our transactions that we have closed out. And then if we were to close out right now the call leg that is in the money, that would cost us about $4,000. So we're about $1,600 right now out of the money on our coin trade. And we said with our coin trade, our goal was to bring about $600 or $700 of income per week in on the trade. We did a heck of a good job with that on Friday. We brought in several $100s of profit just there on Friday. And so I do think that it's a very reachable goal, $600-700 a week on our coin trade. And I do think that B, we should be in a nice profit position, or at least have a good shot at being in a nice profit position overall on our coin trade in about 3 weeks from now as we continue to work this trade. So Tuesday, again, we will be working on our Tesla trade. We'll be rolling our Tesla trade. We will Tuesday be working on our coin trade. And then on Tuesday, we have 2 different stocks that we're going to be looking at as far as a bonus trade as well. We have Zillow, which if you look at the numbers on Zillow is reporting earnings after the close, after the bell on Tuesday. And so we'll be putting that trade on Tuesday before the close. And then one other trade that is going to be reporting earnings that week, LYFT, that's Lyft. It will be reporting earnings after the bell on Tuesday as well. So both of those are stocks that we're going to be looking at putting a trade on Tuesday. Wednesday, we have another busy day in front of us. Wednesday, we do have the EIA crude oil inventory numbers that will be released 1 hour after the cash open. That is obviously going to be a big day for us on that. We usually do like to put a directional oil trade on each Wednesday, and we've done that quite successfully the last few weeks. We'll continue to look at doing those as we get these reports, and Wednesday will be no different. So Wednesday, we will be looking at an oil trade. Of course, Wednesday brings about, again, another 0 DTE opportunity. So we'll be doing that as well on Wednesday. That's, of course, going to be our main focus on Wednesday. And then in addition, on Wednesday, VIAC. VIAC. This is Viacom. This is a underlying that we had a very successful wheel trade on some time ago. Viacom is a very interesting story, and we won't get into all of that in this video, but quite a big move there, and it's pretty much flattened out at these levels. It does have a pretty nice dividend on it, about a 2.4% dividend on it. It's been hammered down here to these lows, and the lows have gotten even lower. Here as of late. We've kind of been stuck around this $39, $40 range. We're down in the $36, $37 range right now. And we do have earnings coming out on Viacom as well on November the 4th, on Thursday. But it's going to be before the bell. So this is a trade that we will need to put on Wednesday. So Wednesday, we'll be looking at a 0 DTE. We're going to be looking at a crude oil trade. We're going to be looking at a trade on Viacom, VIAC, as well. Thursday, we've got a busy day ahead of us as well. Thursdays is Commodities Day. Thursday, we're going to have wheat, corn, soybeans, and nat gas numbers all reported Thursday morning. And those sales numbers are going to A, open up some trading opportunities for us, and B, impact our nat gas trades that we already have going on. We do have I have two different nat gas trades going on right now inside of our portfolio. I've got my 40 for 40 nat gas trade right now, which has been performing quite well as of late. That may give me an opportunity on Thursday to potentially add to that trade. And then we have the nat gas trade via the UNG that we have put on collectively as a group, and that expires this Friday. And of course, so this report will come out on Thursday. It will just be one day prior to expiration. So we may want to, if we are in a nice position to book profits on that, go ahead and do so. We did bring in some nice premium on that trade, and it should be even nicer as we get closer to expiration. So that's something that we're going to be wanting to look at on Thursday morning. In addition to all of the commodity trades that we have potentially lined up for us on Tuesday, PTON. This is, of course, Peloton. It reports after the bell. Let's take a look at it here. You can see after the bell on the 4th, on Thursday. And so this is going to be another trade that we're going to be looking at doing on Thursday as well. So busy day once again on Thursday. And then last but not least, we have Friday coming up this week. And Friday is going to be another 0 DTE day, as well as we have a opportunity here to maybe potentially put a bear market trade together on Square. Square is reporting earnings November 4th after the bell. So they'll be reporting Thursday after the close, and we were probably going to look at initiating a bear market trade on this on Friday. So right along with our 0 DTE, we'll be looking to do a bear market trade on Square. This is, I will put a link to a separate video here on our bear market strategies. I do need to update that. It is, I think, our only strategy for this year that has shown 100% profits, 100% gains. We have not had a losing trade inside of that strategy. And over the last 3 years, I think we've only had two trades in the bear markets to strategy approach over the last 3 years. So it's been an amazing strategy for us. We'll be looking to do another one, initiate another one of those on Friday after the bell. And then at some point here in the week, I would like to come in and potentially add to my yen trade. Here is the risk graph of my yen trade right now. It still looks really good right now, still bullish on the yen, and I think that I'm well positioned right now, but I would like to add a little bit more capital to that trade. So at some point during the week, I'll probably be bringing in a little bit extra capital to that trade as well. Other than that, guys, it looks for another busy week coming forward. I'm sure that we will find, as the week progresses, It probably is, if it's a typical week for us, we'll probably find at least another half a dozen or so opportunities as the week unfolds. But that's what is on store for us this week, guys. I will see you all in the live Zoom session in the live trading room bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a good evening.